Welcome back to Brief History Bites, your go-to place for all things history. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, the Dead Sea Scrolls. These ancient texts have baffled scholars, inspired countless theories, and continue to be a source of mystery and fascination. What secrets do they hold? Who wrote them? And why were they hidden in the first place? Stick around as we uncover the secrets of the Dead Sea Scrolls. To begin with, what exactly are the Dead Sea Scrolls? Discovered between 1947 and 1956 in a series of caves near the Dead Sea. These scrolls are a collection of Jewish texts that date back over 2,000 years to the 3rd century BCE. They consist of about 900 manuscripts written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, and are considered one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century. But why are they so important? For one, these scrolls include the oldest known copies of the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Old Testament. But that's not all. They also contain a wealth of other writings, including religious practices, legal documents, and even some texts that were previously unknown to modern scholars. The Dead Sea Scrolls are a crucial piece of the puzzle in understanding the history of Judaism and the early formation of Christianity. These manuscripts are over 1,000 years older than any previously known copies of the Hebrew Bible. This provides scholars with a rare glimpse into the religious and cultural practices of ancient Jewish communities during the Second Temple period, a time of significant development in Jewish thought and religion. What makes these scrolls even more fascinating is that they offer us a snapshot of a world in flux, one where different Jewish sects were competing for influence and power, and where the foundations for what would later become Christianity were being laid. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest mysteries surrounding the Dead Sea Scrolls. Who actually wrote them? The most widely accepted theory is that they were written by a Jewish sect known as the Essenes, who lived in a monastic community near the caves at Qumran. The Essenes are thought to have been a highly religious group devoted to strict rules and rituals, and their beliefs are reflected in many of the scrolls' contents. However, this theory is not without its challengers. Some scholars argue that the scrolls could have been written by other Jewish groups, such as the Sadducees or the Pharisees. Others suggest that the scrolls might be a collection of writings from multiple sources, gathered together and hidden during times of conflict. The true identity of the authors remains one of the enduring mysteries of the Dead Sea Scrolls. So, what do the Dead Sea Scrolls actually contain? The scrolls can be categorized into 3 main types of texts: biblical, apocryphal, and sectarian. The biblical texts include parts of every book of the Hebrew Bible except for the book of Esther, providing us with the oldest known versions of these sacred writings. The apocryphal texts are writings that were not included in the canonical Hebrew Bible, such as the book of Enoch and the book of Jubilees. These texts offer insights into the religious beliefs and practices that were circulating at the time. The sectarian texts, on the other hand, are unique to the community that wrote or collected the scrolls. These include rules for communal living, prayers, and commentaries on the Bible, reflecting the specific beliefs and practices of the group. Together, these texts offer a comprehensive view of the religious landscape of ancient Judaism. Preserving and translating the Dead Sea Scrolls has been a monumental task. When they were first discovered, many of the scrolls were in a very fragile condition. Some were nothing more than tiny fragments, barely holding together after 2,000 years. Over the decades, teams of scholars have painstakingly pieced these fragments together, often using advanced technology to read texts that are invisible to the naked eye. The translation process has also been incredibly challenging. The scrolls are written in multiple languages, and the ancient scripts they use are often difficult to decipher. Despite these difficulties, scholars have made remarkable progress in translating and publishing the texts, making them accessible to people all over the world. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls has had a profound impact on religious studies. They have revolutionized our understanding of the Hebrew Bible, shedding new light on the development of Jewish thought and the origins of Christianity. The scrolls have also sparked debates about the nature of biblical canon, as some of the texts found in the scrolls were not included in the Bible as we know it today. Moreover, the scrolls have challenged long-held assumptions about the accuracy of the biblical texts. The fact that these ancient manuscripts are so close in content to later copies of the Bible is a testament to the careful preservation of these sacred writings over the centuries. Despite all we've learned from the Dead Sea Scrolls, many mysteries remain. For example, why were the scrolls hidden in these remote caves? Were they stored there for safekeeping during a time of conflict, or were they hidden deliberately to protect them from destruction? And what other secrets might still be buried in the caves around the Dead Sea? There's also the question of missing fragments. Scholars believe that there could be more scrolls waiting to be discovered, or fragments that have been lost to history. The search for these lost pieces continues, and who knows what new revelations they might bring. As we've seen, the Dead Sea Scrolls are much more than just ancient texts. They're a window into a world long gone, filled with secrets that continue to intrigue and inspire us. Whether you're interested in history, religion, or archaeology, the scrolls offer something for everyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Dead Sea Scrolls, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Brief History Bites for more fascinating history content. And let me know in the comments, what do you think is the biggest mystery of the Dead Sea Scrolls?